Chapter 10, To Speak in Tongues. The once energetic Mender approaches, looking both worn and troubled. I'm not sure I thanked you for the time to recover. I've never woven a spell that strong before. Are you sure you're ready to move on? You look... I know, I caught my reflection earlier. It's a more mature look. The Mender grins, and a hint of his former youth shines through. Not everyone would have stopped for so long, especially with the ground rumbling like it has. Let's see. We're all people in need of help here, so... You've grown up to really care about everyone here, Alette. It's a gift, and I hope you never lose it. He weaves a bit more on the armor. Have you given any more thought to my offer? I think some mending could really benefit you. You consider his offer. Sure, it might really help someday. I think so too. And you already know more than you think. I doubt it'll take me long to teach you the basics, but you'll have to practice as we go. I'm placing some patterns on your bow. Trace them with your thumb at all times. Practice. Memorize them. Understanding will occur later. I wonder if that's kind of like a branching way to grow your character with extra abilities. I don't entirely know, and I'm kind of interested in seeing. Alright, well, we'll see. A group of 24 humans, thin and dirty, step off the rough path and let the caravan pass. Please, a young girl says, anything to eat? Her mother, eyes averted, pulls the girl by the arm to silence her. Why are all of you out here? Homes were burned, the man says, coughing. Cowards didn't even show Banner. Now we're just trying to get somewhere safe to start over. You can join us if you'd like. Worried glances are exchanged among the group until a man says, better than us starving out here on our own. They all tend to agree and thank you, joining the rear of the caravan. I'm thinking with a large amount of clansmen we might be able to forage here, if we're lucky. Anyway, easy boy, a clansman shouts as the ox cart nearly topples to one side. The tamped path of the Eastway Road has steadily turned into a cracked shamble. Looking ahead, it only gets worse. Various chasms gape like open mouths. You glance back to Ivan, who looks at you and shakes his head. The entire caravan comes to a halt. We'll be eating our belts before finding a way across this broken road, especially with this many. There's no telling how far we'd have to backtrack to head north. Then we'll head south across the Ormsa riverbed. We can head towards Grundar and on west. Tryggvi peers around Hakon's elbow before coming fully into view. Heading south is questionable. Those people. Why do you say that? Maybe I spent a lifetime there. Plenty of things to eat under logs, but there's also people in the bogs. His eyes go wide. The Skald should hear my rhyme. But what's wrong with heading south? Different ways of living, old ways. Stick to the mud. And cragsmen are less bothersome. I think he's talking about the boggers, the rough, backward people of Schwarzbog. Tryggvi frowns at Ivar. Words like that can find you swollen, filled with poison. He puffs out his cheeks and stares at Ivar. This is why Varl tend to keep to themselves. Each human is crazy in their own way. Tryggvi hunches over with laughter until he suddenly stops, sniffs the air, and marches away. Strange, but it's fair warning. We're crossing over into lands most of us have never seen. Just because we left those dredge behind doesn't mean we won't have more wars ahead of us. If we had more supplies, I'd say we could stop for a few days and train some of these clansmen to fight. You consider your options. I don't want to risk running out of food. Are you sure? I know food is scarce, but if we're killed in a fight, full carts won't help us. We'll be fine, just keep your axe sharp. I'm thinking I should be able to do most of these battles without too many extra fighters. We've got a high population of fighters anyway. Plus, if we run into issues, we can always go make more, sort of. Anyway, we'll be fine, keep your axe sharp. Hakon looks over at Ivar, who just shrugs. You prepare to turn the caravan south. Yeah, because we've got like 150-something fighters and a bunch of Varls. 124 fighters and 272 Varl. I think we're okay from like a military perspective. I kind of want to keep it to a 1-to-3 ratio. Too many fighters and we'll starve. A woman hauls a young girl in front of you and a crowd of others. Caught her stealing enough food to feed a starving Varl. the woman says. Not the first time I've seen her at it either. The girl looks familiar. She's part of the thin group of humans you picked up on the trail. Why were you stealing? Never know when you'll get rid of us, the girl says. People always get rid of us. Her mother bursts through the crowd. Stupid girl, these people are good to us, she says, but it's too late. Drifters, come the angry shouts of the clansmen. Drifters are people without a banner. They are blamed for all sorts of woes, mostly undeserved. The Varl and clansmen alike run them off before you can make sense of it all, but you're left wondering what will become of them. Alright, we have lost them. Once you cross the Ormsa riverbed, the wind ceases to cut through the humid air. The darkening sky lets loose its rain, and soon, fat drops of water turn the dirt path to sucking mud, slowing the caravan. Cloaks are pulled overhead, and children and animals are wrangled near the carts. Oh, interesting. It actually slows the pace that we move. Luckily, we've got forage. This is part of the reason why I wanted to keep clansmen around. Okay. I was hoping to avoid visiting this part of the kingdom for at least a few more years, Prince Luden says. At least others have had the sense to abandon this cesspool. As arrogant as he sounds, he's right. There are very few signs of life around you, yet you still feel like you're being watched. The lowing of the usually quiet yaks indicates the beast's difficulty pulling the carts. You're up to your knees in it when a scout comes to you. Found some stone markers that led us to a few paths of solid ground over there. He points while shouting over the yaks. Uneven and bumpy, but easier than this. Stone markers? Yeah, the man says. Don't look natural. Don't look like much of anything else either. Just some stones marking a path through this place is all I can figure. You would ask Trigvi, but he's nowhere around. Probably out gathering mushrooms. Let's lead the way. I'm kind of looking for combat here. The caravan changes course slowly, but you soon see the low stone markers, with some sticks tied around them. The caravan picks up speed over the lumps of packed ground until a child screams. You rush back to see a boy being pulled out of a hole in one of the mounds you crossed. Inside, you see a blackened, wrapped bodies buried only inches beneath the bog. You're walking across a burial ground. Get everyone moving, Ivor says. There's a chance we make it out of here without anyone knowing we were here. You start urging everyone on, but feel Rugga watching you. We should probably camp at some point. They're all around us, shouts a man near the edge of the caravan, and we're stuck in this mud. Cragsmen have encircled you. Their leader steps forward and shouts, There's no price but blood for crossing through the land of our dead. Shouts ring out. They're preparing to attack. Try to talk them down. No, form a perimeter. You shout orders, and fighters and Varl form up as quickly as they can. Unfortunately, the Cragsmen move through the mud without hindrance. Some lives are lost before your army is even ready. Looks like the... Oh, that's a lot of losses. Looks like the force you trained is roughly the size of the enemies. Could go either way. Let's see. The whole bog seems to move with the approaching Cragsmen. Eric, the warden from Strand, says, I know this sounds mad, but they're bringing battle-trained bears. If we weaken one, I can make it ours. He smiles at your confusion. Ask the governor of Strand. They're helpful in certain situations. Hacken growls. We could lose our lives, and he wants a new pet? You consider what to do. Okay, Eric, but this better be worth it. We'll need to clear the battlefield except for one bear, the warden says, then leave the rest to me. This is crazy, but okay. The battle begins with Eric smiling. Okay. So this is a bit of a mess, but maybe we'll be okay. So we need to have Eric. Do I not? Okay. I assume we need... Yep, Eric is required. That's fine, he's not a bad character. So, Alette, Hack, and Eric. Who else do we want? Ivor's not bad. Gunolf. Let's throw in Evend. He's good. Mogre's amazing. I'm considering. It's either Nid with her really long range, or I don't know. Or like Ivor. I didn't finish him. I never finished upgrading any of these guys yet. I don't know. I'm trying to decide here. Because we've got 2 big guys. 2 ranged, 1 light melee. I mean, we could bring, like, Hogan. Now that we kind of know... I mean, we already know he's good. Sort of. I don't know. Thrash is alright at best. Or we can just go with Gunnulf, the insufferable ass kicker. Alright, let's go with that. And let's upgrade Eric. This will give him a little bit of functionality. We've got a fair amount of this anyway. I'm just going to put those straight into health. I'm curious about this whole battle bear situation. And kind of excited. Okay, so I could also promote Hacken. Not a bad idea. So Forge Ahead, not really useful. Tempest is pretty good. Mogre. So he gets Malice, which is the Provoke. Okay, or Battering Ram. They're okay. Gunnulf. So he can get Forge Ahead or Sundering Impact, which I actually really like Sundering Impact. It's tempting. You know what? We're going to promote... Nope. We don't want to get Forge Ahead. We're going to promote Gunnulf, because this gives us Sundering Impact, which is about as good as Tempest in a lot of ways. Let's give him 1 point in armor, 1 point into exertion. This way he can actually start using some of that energy. Okay. Ivan needs things. Okay, so the last point is Eric could use a item. Thistleberry, not really. Dodge on strength attacks. Chance to crit, armor, or that. Yeah, unfortunately we lost our level 4 thing. What's this? +2 to all talent ranks. Does that... Would that give me a 5 out of 3 for Artery Strike? I have no idea. That could be really interesting, though. We might give that to Alette. Here's the question. Do we just go even higher with Alette? Make her, like, completely just ruinous? Because I love Overwatch. What else could we get her, though? I mean, I guess the point is we could get her multiple talents. And that could work. I think she's currently fine. I'm not going to mess with that. Okay, Will on Rest. Not really useful. I'll just give him the armor. He'll need that anyway. Ready for battle. Is this the proper setup we want? Let's throw Ivan to earlier and Mogan even earlier, and we'll have Gunnulf take up the back. Actually, this is good. Because Mogre is a really solid character to begin with. Promote. Unless I can get him heavy impact. No. Yeah, not really useful. I like Mogre a fair amount, just because he's got that, it's a great armor break move, and it boosts his abilities. Okay, so we need to leave one of these bears alive. Okay, so I'm going to move things around for a bit. Move Mogre there. Okay. So my thoughts are we're just going to move Alette over next to, like, Hacken or something and put her into Overwatch mode. That should work. Okay, we'll put Gunnulf here. Gotta leave one of the bears alive, though. That's the main issue. Luckily, the bears are kind of tough. Alright. Ready. So. Let's see. Modified by caravan mode. Yeah, unfortunately, we're low morale. I think slowed down, too. Which is a bit on the rough side, but whatever. But if we move here, and we do Overwatch, anybody moving should immediately just get shot. Okay. So let's do... We could just do flat damage to one of these guys. But you know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Let's do Bring the Pain. On this guy. Let's see. Extra Return the Favor. Do you want that? No. I think this is a good idea. Okay. It sucks. Okay. So. The one problem is she needs more armor or something. That Overwatch move is great, but not particularly functional in certain cases. Okay. So we've got lightning. You know what? We don't have anything to mend. We could just kill one of the bears. It's mildly tempting, in fact. Well, let's just do some damage to this guy. He might lightning himself in retrospect. I just realized this. Yep, he does. I'm still not fully used to that move working. Alright. Should have made a better wall or something. So here's the question. Do we want to just hit one of the bears? We could take this guy down. But let's just hit a bear. 10 damage. Oh, shit. I didn't realize this is how the bears worked. Frustrating. Okay, yeah, these guys all have spears, which is part of the problem. We might need to rest after this one. This is a rougher fight. The problem is, we honestly kind of need, so I can do Sundering Impact. Armor damage to adjacent enemies, strength damage, break target. Okay, that worked amazingly well. Okay. So let's still kind of in... She's having issues. I'm gonna leave her on Overwatch just because that is what she does. Everything else is kind of moot. Okay. So we got an angry bear. Let's move forward. Bring the Pain has failed. So let's kill this guy. Interesting. They're going for Hogan and Mogan. Okay. So let's move here. Let's do... Mend. To Hogan. And we'll just max it. Okay, she's going down, but not as fast. We can do some damage to him. Yeah, we'll just do this. Hit him as hard as we can. He's got a fair amount of armor, but this is working out. Alright. So I'm going to have to watch out for her on approach. Oh shit, she might kill the bear. No, I want the bear! I didn't think about it, but she does enough damage that it's a problem. I'm hoping the bear just doesn't move. She just might not do damage to him. Oh, she will kill the bear. If we're not lucky. Okay. Let's do... Not enough willpower. Let's do a Sundering Impact. Hit the other guy. Come on, bear. Alright, bear did not move. Good. Okay, so she can only hit this guy in the back. Sucks. But that's okay. I guess. Yeah, all we have left, a couple of dudes, shouldn't be a problem. And if we're lucky, we won't lose her. She's getting hurt, for sure. But I can make this work. Okay, so let's do mend him. Seeing as the bear. It's hitting him anyway. Okay, he can do nothing. This is the problem with having a really tight formation here. But this is okay. Okay. Let's move over here. Let's attack this guy. Kill him. Yeah, luckily we have no counterattacks. Okay, please tell me this is the right dude. Not the bear. Good. No casualties. Bear did not die. Okay. Wait, how do we capture bear? Okay, well, I'm gonna back her off. Luckily, most of my tanky characters are okay. Alright. Abilities, rally, capture bear. Capture bear! I've captured bear, lost a lot of clansmen and fighters, and Varl. Morale improved. Okay. This sucks. Defended the lives of 244 clansmen. Get a fair amount of renown, and I think we just got ourselves a bear. Which is kind of exciting.
Baldinger's flame welcomes endless war. But why?
Ooh, pretty. This is supposed to be like fire. Almost kind of tentacly, if you ask me. But I'm okay with that. Even now, the petrified flames ward off our Varl friends. Good music, too. I wonder if this is still Austin Wintory that did the soundtrack, or if it's somebody else. I actually don't know that one. Oh, I see. Now we can click on it. Placed upside down in the ground, the petrified roots of a giant tree reach towards the sky. All the Varl, including Ivar and Hakon, have separated from the caravan temporarily, giving Baldinger's godstone a wide berth. The giant's presence is missed as you continue to feel watched. Aleo, what do you know about Baldinger? Not much, but enough, the Skald says. These flames symbolize Baldinger's love of fire and war, the first being a means to the second. When the Varl were dominating humans in the first great conflict, it was Baldinger who gave the losing side fire to combat the giants. You hold up your hand to halt the storyteller, listening through the rain for anything that might be following you. Hearing nothing, Aleo resumes. Holding the gaze of his audience. Humans praised Baldinger for the gift of fire, but the god only desired more war. He points towards the distant shapes of the Varl. When the giants and humans found peace, this godstone fell from grace. It looks to continue keeping the land scorched. Perhaps its shadow can still kill. Grab some fighters and patrol the area. You and a few others slink away from the mass of clansmen, and soon enough come upon an unsuspecting cragsman waiting to ambush your caravan. There's no time to consider your options. Oh, it's battle time, but we don't have any Varl. Well, that's okay. Because we've got at least some options here. No, we don't. God, this is kind of a bad group to run with. Nid's not a bad sniper. Good idea to use her, probably. The other one is Irsa for the burning. Ivan is worth it, especially if I aim right. Eagle can probably be promoted. Okay, so let's upgrade Hogan. It's cheap anyway. Okay, that's the best I can do with him. Eagle. Yeah. I can keep promoting him. Considering, but not going to. Let's make sure we have everybody maxed out first. Okay, I'm curious what would happen if I promoted her again. Let's see what her second ability is. Rain of Arrows, Slag and Burn. Ooh, Slag and Burn. Tempting. In fact, we'll do it. Okay. There's that. So we have our thing. So we can give +2 to all talent ranks. I have no idea what that's going to do on her, but it's better than nothing. Knockback on strength attacks. 2 of 3, +1 strength. Guess we'll give it to Eagle. Oops. Oh. Yeah, that's fair. Arm strength. Wait. We'll give that to him. This is better than the will on rest. That's not really useful. Okay. I think we're good. Ready for battle. I'm a little leery without my Varl, but I guess it's a good thing that I have other characters. Okay, this is a little bit more worrisome than I thought it was going to be. Alright, so let's move her back here. Let's do more of kind of a defensive line, maybe? Okay. Ready. Okay. So here's the thing. I don't want her to be in the front. So we're just gonna overwatch from here. They'll come after me. Maybe. Maybe not. Okay. So here's the problem. Never mind. Less of a problem. More of a lightning. If we're lucky, it'll hit all three of them. Yeah! Alright. That's a good arc lightning. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so who's this? This is you. Now this guy doesn't have ranged attacks. I forget sometimes. So these guys are all going to be a little weak. I'm going to move Eric forward. We might need to rest after this one. So but wait, what? Call Bear. Summons his trained fighting bear. Or rally willpower at any range. Okay. So we're going to do abilities, Call Bear. So I just have a bear that I can summon. Bear! Okay, so Bear can do 3 damage. 1 damage. Okay. Well, when in doubt, hit that guy, I guess. Okay. So we've got this. We can do Whale again. Let's do Bloody Flail on that bear. Take that armor off. Okay. I'm glad to have a bear. So what can we do? We could do Stonewall, but that's probably not going to do any good for me. So let's move here. Let's just take some of this guy's armor off. Hopefully we can have Nid puncture him for some extra damage. Okay, Nid. Abilities, Bird of Prey. Alternatively, Nid, Slag, and Burn. So we gotta move over. That's fine. What's the range on Slag and Burn? If I move right and up 2. So, right, up 2. We could Slag and Burn that. No, we don't want to do that. Let's move. This will be good enough. Slag and Burn. Right here. A little bit of base damage to everybody. Or strength damage. I'm loving that bear. Alright, so I can kill the bear. Tempting. Alternatively, we can move forward just a little bit. And we can do Overwatch. I think I'm gonna do that. Anytime any of these guys move around, they'll just get shot. Seems like a good plan. Okay. So... I think this will work. I hope it does. This is either going to backfire in a very, very sad way, or it'll just totally toast people. But they're still lined up in a nice little line here. Oh, nope. Well, just killed that guy. I'll take it. Alright, so let's kill the bear. Okay, what's this Hogan? Well, my bear's down, but that's fine. Let's go harass this archer. Now, we are not going to do a whole lot of damage to it, so let's do Bloody Flail plus. Perfect. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Looking good so far. Let's shield wall a bit. We can stone wall, but that's not going to be really useful. Let's take off some armor. Alright. So it's Nid's turn. These guys both have full HP. I don't really like that. Let's do Slag and Burn right there. That'll do a little bit of damage to them. Actually, that was very effective. I'm appreciative. Yeah, that sucks a bit. You know what? Overwatch has lost its usefulness. Let's start killing people. Love it when they stand on the burning coal bits. Okay, Arc lightning. Oh, it'll actually show you how it's going to hit. That's useful. Yeah, let's just hit people with lightning. We could do the mend move. Oh, it still hit him. Well, we'll be resting at some point soon anyway. So this is mostly safe. We could go up here and hit her. Bear has already been called. Okay, so I can't do that repeatedly. Let's cancel. Let's just do armor damage to this guy. Okay, move here. We're gonna just... Nope, we're not gonna break armor. Oh, not enough willpower. That's okay. Bloody flail. That'll work. Okay, so poor Gil's almost dead. Let's see. I'm gonna move Gil back a little bit. We're just gonna stonewall. Maximum stonewall. Never mind. I apparently undid all of it. That's okay. Damage. So let's do... Can she just hit this guy? Yes, she can. This works. Yeah, so the archer is really weak. That pitch move is annoying, but I can... Ow! Okay. It's more annoying than I thought it was going to be. So let's move... Move right here. She hasn't taken any damage yet. We can attack the archer, and that just leaves this guy left, and he should be pretty meaningless. It's hilarious that he's trying to kill... Abilities, mend, max mend. He's really trying to take Gil out, but it ain't working. Very appreciably. So I'll probably just have Gil repeatedly bump up his armor. Bloody flail. Okay. There we go. So we'll just have Gil do Stonewall. Let's do a double Stonewall just in case he does something. But I can't imagine he's going to. There we go. Not a casualty. For kind of the weak B team that I don't use much. That worked out. Alright, Eric is ready for promotion. And we get a ton of renown. Yeah. Having killed or run off the cragsman, you return to the remaining clansmen at the godstone. Grabbing your belongings, your foot hits something in the mud. You reach down and find a small skull with a yellow ribbon through the eyes. You toss it in a bag without another thought. Alright, so we gained item, Fallow's Rebirth. And we get Baldinger renown. Yay! Really pretty. The godstones are always absolutely stunningly gorgeous in my opinion.